Welcome to Models, Mavens, and Moguls, a special model citizen series celebrating women who are redefining what success looks like.
Every episode, we're sitting down with trailblazing models, visionary founders, creative leaders, and cultural changemakers.
We'll dive into the careers they've built, the barriers they've broken, and the lessons that they've learned along the way.
But this isn't just about fashion. This is about the people behind the headlines, their stories, their businesses, their passions, and the impact they're making.
Think of it as 3 conversations in one.
The model,
the maven,
and the mogul.
We cannot wait for you guys to meet these incredible women.
Let's dive in.
Today's guest has truly done it all. She's a former glamour fashion editor turned award-winning model, named the 2023 Canadian Arts and Fashion Awards Model of the Year. She's made history as the first out lesbian cover star for Sports Illustrated swimsuit. She is unapologetically herself, effortlessly fashion-forward, and one of the industry's most outspoken champions for inclusivity. She uses her platform to push fashion towards a more authentic and representative future. She's a familiar face as a host on eTalk and Project Runway Canada, and you may have recently seen her on The Traitors. She made it to the finale, but of course, beyond the camera, she's built an impressive business career founding Henning, designing collaborations with Glamour, X-Lane Bryant, and most recently launched her Joe Fresh Pride collection. Oh, and Them magazine also named her the hottest woman on earth for her intelligence, advocacy, and trailblazing work, which honestly, we all agree with. Welcome, Lauren Chan.
Hi, girls. Hi, sisters.
Our third sister.
Hey,
So
do
good
more
to be
things.
back.
Do more things with
Do
your
more
career,
things.
huh?
And by the way, hey, have more awards. We literally have to, guys, you're gonna have to Google all of her awards, because I was like, listen, I'm all about gassing up, but also like we have a time limit. Okay.
That's so funny. You're like, my kids
Win
have to
less.
go down for a nap.
Right. Yeah, win
Literally,
less,
my
please.
nanny's, yeah. So win less.
Win less. Well,
It's hard
gosh,
for me.
Lauren,
It's
we're
hard
so
for me.
happy.
We have such good company and such good we just have like such, I don't know, I feel like our part of the industry is so impactful that it like makes me want to like get up every day. And when I get to do things with you two, whether it's like Sports Illustrated or other work or this, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna win we're gonna go even harder.
Yeah.
I love it.
That made no
I love
sense.
it.
We can cut that. That's so cool. What a good
Cut
start.
that. Hey, can we cut that?
I love that. Yeah. Hey, you guys, can we
Me
cut that?
every-
We have a whole studio.
Me every 5 minutes on the pod. I'm just like, can we actually cut that? James, can we cut that? Okay, our first icebreaker question. Which of us do you like more? Okay, go.
And why is it me? Go.
We need to know which one you like more. Okay, and go. No, I'm kidding. Okay, for real though, and be honest about this. Which
Be
one?
honest.
Be honest. Who's harder to read? A room full of fashion editors or a castle full of traders?
Oh my God. A castle full of traders.
Okay.
I feel like fashion editors are all the same. They're all thinking the same thing. I don't care what they think anyways, because we've done so many years of like them saying that we don't belong there. And so like, I don't give a shit. I have many lovely editor friends, who are more of like our age group and our peer set.
Right.
But I spent a long time worshiping the editors that we grew up like being like taught to worship through movies, TV, magazines, whatever. And I spent a few years working for some folks who kind of, I guess, subscribed to that old narrative of you don't belong here unless you're XYZ. And I think that my career really took off when I bucked that, when I said, you know what, I care more about what I think and what my peers think and what my community has to say. And we are valuable. And so, yeah, traders are scary. Traders really
seem
scary.
terrifying. They seem the whole thing seems so terrifying, honestly.
It was a social experiment where I basically like shit my pants every day out of nerves for 16 days straight.
Which is so funny because you have the best
just broke the
poker
NDA.
face.
Just told everyone I crap my pants every day. Just broke the NDA. Just
Oops.
kidding.
They tell you explicitly do not share the shitting the pants.
But
stories.
you're gonna get the real deal here on the Model Citizen podcast.
Dude, did you trust your gut more, or did you find yourself like second guessing everyone and everything when you were in the castle? Like, what is the vibe there?
I guess trust my gut. But I really had my teeth sank deep into one person, Kevin, that I thought was a traitor, and he wasn't. So I don't know if I should.
I always wondered that. I'm like, how do you feel when they're
Kevin?
Pour one out for Kevin. How do you
He's
feel
fine.
when
Kevin's fine.
when you find out that they're absolutely not a traitor? Are you just like, oh, I would never trust myself again?
Well,
That's
that was like
my
Mora
problem.
and Rob Roush. That was like the
really
devastating.
I feel like part of the game is that, do you let that get in your head, or do you stay confident, and do you just keep going the way that you were going and whittling down the options the way you were, or do you get thrown off? And so for me, it's like, you just got to keep on your course. But we were at one point like the worst. I think it's been said about us online, or I don't know if production thought this, but like at one point we had like kind of gone the longest of any season of any franchise without catching a traitor. So like we weren't very good.
I don't know about that, because this last
really
season of US, season of US was really, it was like episode after episode, and we were like, you guys are the worst.
Oh no, we were
really
worse.
bad at this.
We were worse.
There's literally a sign on the back
sure.
that's like traitor. You guys are like, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't. Who's to know? Who's to know?
It's like, and it's like, well, what's your proof? And you're like, I looked in her eyes. And
Right.
I looked in her eyes.
I could see it leave her day. Who had the best poker face? Who had the best
Lauren
poker
did.
face in there?
Netta.
Yeah.
Netta who won. Netta,
Right.
who was my traitor baby, who won and deserved every penny. But Netta is a
How much did she win?
smart girl. How did she win? Let me tell you.
How much do you win? Oh, how do you win? But also, how much do you win?
I think the U.S. is a pool of up to 200,000, and ours is a pool of up to 100,000, and you get the money in the pool by winning challenges.
Yeah. It kind of
so I think ours was
changes.
72,000. Yeah.
Right. It changes
Netta
by
gave
like
all the
how
money
much you...
to her mama.
Oh,
yeah.
Pour one out for
And
Netta.
she had played Big Brother twice. And so she came to the manor with a binder, a literal binder of strategy. It was like, if A happens, then do B. If B happens, then do C.
Whoa.
She's a stylist in real life, so she had styled herself to look very innocent. Everything she wore kind of had like a bow or a skirt. Like, this bitch is brilliant.
She was thinking 20 steps ahead. That is really inspiring. See, I can't think that much. Like, I will think 1 or 2 steps ahead, and then I'm like, that's all.
I'll
like,
think
I'm
2
not...
things in a day. I promise this isn't all about traitors, but we just jumped in. Two more questions. Number 1, do you think who do you think would be a traitor between me and Kayla, and who do you think would be a faithful?
Who do you think would be better, I guess?
I think definitely Hunter for traitor, Kayla for faithful.
Fierce as hell, because no one would guess, right?
But also, like, you have the tension and juxtaposition of like so maternal, thoughtful, community builder, kind of calm from the outside, but on the inside you're kind of like loco, funny, biting, hilarious. Not everyone knows that. Not everyone knows that.
Only if you're close to me and if you listen to the podcast. That's the only people that really know.
Right.
And then Kayla is just so fun, funny, life of the party that's a great faithful captain. Like, you want to watch someone like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm trying to galvanize
traitors.
people. I'm trying to galvanize people. I'm like bringing them together. I'm like, we're going after this person in particular. You know, like, I love a good faithful that's like a yeah.
Have they ever had
going
sisters
after a
on?
hunter?
We need to. We really need to.
I don't know if they've had sisters on, but on my season, they did a secret brother-sister duo. So as the cast, did not know that Kira and Nick were brother and sister. Obviously, when they do that kind of secret casting, like, one of them probably is going to be a traitor, and Kira was the traitor. And that was the biggest gag for me when we caught Kira, because I love her down so much. Yeah. When she goes up and she says she was a traitor, you can hear me blow out the audio going, Kara, you killed that. Because it's just fun of a reveal. Yeah.
Well, when
so fun.
On the US, we had Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir, and they were like, we don't know each other. And everyone's like, you guys are like the 2 biggest figure skaters in the world of all time. You know what I mean? Like, we know
Imagine
that you
Kayla,
guys are.
you and I go on, and we're like, we don't. What's your name? Hi, I'm Hunter. Everyone's like, you guys are
Zero
not
resemblance.
fooling
We talk the
anybody.
same.
We have the same makeup, now the
What do
same
you
hair. We're
do?
just. What do you do for a living?
Dude.
Okay, enough traders. You're more than just traders, believe it or not, Lauren.
Listen, I would love a round 2 if they ever do All Stars. If they ever
Oh.
need someone to go back, like
You
I would love
are-
a second chance.
Listen,
I
and
think you
actually,
would
we
be
have some
amazing.
people, some producers from traders who do listen. So shout it from the rooftops. We're still waiting for our call too, Lauren. So, okay.
Yeah.
You've worked both behind the scenes as an editor, glamour, and in front of the camera. I want to know, though, how have those two things shaped each other? Because I do feel like people's past lives and current lives shape so much of us.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a good question. I feel like I talk about it sometimes from a different angle, which is like, how do you make sense of all your career moves? Because I've done so many things, and they aren't like necessarily direct lines to the next, but in my mind they are. And it's the same answer to your question, which is like, I think being in front of the camera taught me vulnerability.
Yeah.
And when I've been able to take that vulnerability into content as an editor, product and brand building at Henning, being a public lesbian now, like it's all come down to being vulnerable will beget your best results, your best community, your most resonant art, better product. Like it really comes down to, I think for me, being able to kind of like fillet myself and be like, anybody else?
Yeah, right.
Anybody else feel the same way?
Right. No, that's like definitely one of the things I feel like we have always admired the most about you is that you do really like, you really put yourself out there in a big way. And it's super inspiring. And yeah.
Really quickly, I have to jump off of that question. Of course, we have our own questions we want to ask, but that just sparked something in me. Do you think, because I've known you for a long time, I've known you when you were womp womp straight, boo. And now that you are out, do you think you've become more vulnerable now that you were able to step into you as you have been? And do you look back and ever think like, God, there was opportunities in XYZ that I wasn't able to fully show up in, whether it's writing or modeling or, with Henning, whatever it is, because I wasn't fully feeling myself? Or did you always feel like you showed up in that way? Does that make sense? Like,
No,
do you
it
feel
does make
more
sense.
vulnerable and open now?
Yeah, I think I'm okay with having not had opportunities because I wasn't fully realized yet, because my timing for me was my timing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was always very uncomfortable modeling because I like did not want to be like perceived. I didn't know how to do the sexy thing. Or if I learned how to feign it, it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
There are ways in which I could see things having gone differently if I was as bold and emboldened as I am now.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't have had Henning, which was a company that made suits and leather jackets. If
We
I
literally
wasn't
have that as a
closeted gay
question.
person.
We
Yeah.
do.
I maybe would have been making bodycon dresses, which wouldn't have gone so well because the whole market was bodycon dresses. So yeah, I could see the effects of it for sure, but I wouldn't change anything.
Right.
Yeah.
You've definitely been known for like taking risks with fashion. I think that like you're definitely, especially when it comes to like the SI roster, like you're the fashion one, like you're the one that's bringing the fashion forward move.
What's the one question you text me every time? Like this year, no like plus ones were allowed up in like the penthouse, and Kayla's always like, "What's Lauren wearing? I know it's fabulous. What's Lauren wearing?"
Specifically,
I'm like, "Bitch, she's got oysters all over her."
I literally every time I'm like, "What's Chan wearing? What's Chan got on?" Because then I got to know what we all have to wear. Because she's making
like, what? And I'm like, she's wearing the ocean. It looks fucking sick.
And then I'm like, great, I have to change because Lauren, but everyone else is showing up in like
Nova. It's unbelievable.
Everyone's in Fashion Nova or a prom dress, and Lauren shows up in like the most avant-garde thing, and I'm like,
with a story
I have to
behind
fucking
it.
change now, you know? But like, it's interesting because there's such a difference between the like Henning's entire vibe. It was very like tailored basics, like elevated power dressing, and like they're just so different. Like where did the style that's so fashion forward come from, and like how did that come from your background with starting Henning and like your vision there?
Yeah. Well, when I had Henning, I would get asked all the time, like, describe your style in 3 words. And it was
Oh,
always like minimal, tailored, and elevated. Those were like my words.
right.
Or menswear, I would say,
Hmm.
when fashion was colloquially more gendered. But I used clothes as armor then. Like, I think that
Mhm.
I just felt powerful, strong, and impermeable in a suit. And I
Mhm.
still do.
Yeah.
But I think that this like new sense of fashion is like very gay. I'm like so inspired by drag and drag
Mm,
artists. I love making
same.
something camp, whether that's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
wearing a resin dress that's meant to look like someone threw a bucket of water over me to Sports Illustrated.
Everything is
You
always
know,
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was such a good one by Mario Finito. I will say, I got on the red carpet and one of the girls looked at me really weird, not nice look up and down. And I looked at Haley
Who?
and I was like,
No, a name.
Say it on the pod.
I'm
Name
gonna
them.
call him
Look in
right
the
now.
camera. Look
I
in the
will name
camera.
somebody. I will name somebody. But then I went downstairs after almost, I was like, Haley, I have to go upstairs and change. Like, I can't wear this downstairs. I like changed my mind. And she was like, let's just wear it. Come on. And I went downstairs and Miss Lily Aldridge grabbed my arm and was like, you are the best dressed. This is so fun. I love it. Like, I hope you have fun. And I like almost cried and was like, okay, thank you. So
Mm.
I'm not for everybody. The style is not for everybody, but I just want to like give a wink to community and I want to feel
You want to
fun
have
and I want to
fun.
feel, yeah.
That's
So
that's the thing is like Kayla and I always talk about this, right? It's like we admire that so much about you. We always are like, God, it's so nice to see, and don't you dare ever change because someone gave you a look. Don't you dare. You have to promise me right now on this podcast.
Mm.
Because it's so refreshing to see because everyone's wearing the same, right? Like, and not, I'm not just saying in that night, or I'm saying like celebrity, everything, everyone's wearing the same. And it's so aggravating. And it's so nice to see you, who is a curvier woman, wearing something that is actually fashion. Like, that's fashion. That's like the 90s fashion we all grew up with, where it was like avant-garde and fun and campy and cool. I mean, my God, someone send you to the Met Gala, please, because when it was camp, I was literally like,
Seriously.
Lauren Chan would have done so much more than what everyone's doing here.
Absolutely.
It's refreshing.
would have looked camp right in the eye.
Honey.
We're looking camp right in
Right
the
in
eye.
the
Right in the
eye.
eye.
Michaela and I with our
We say that was us when we were wearing the most basic stuff during SI. We'd be like looking camp right in the eye in a black dress.
us with a baby boo dress on, just absolutely. Oh my God. Kayla, you do a question. I'm taking over. I'm always taking over.
Just never.
Traitor.
Shut up.
Trader mentality.
Traitor behavior. Okay. Has there ever been a moment where you realize that you're helping someone just by existing with how you are, just being yourself?
I guess, yeah, people message me really lovely things or like earnest questions about like what they're going through. But yeah, I think that is most resonant when it's like people I don't know, have no connection to, like send me a message, and I think I can see the ripple effect of it there. But yeah, what about you two? Like, how does that happen for you?
I mean,
I
think it is the DMs and the messages that will just get randomly. Like someone will be like, I was listening to the pod and you said this. And I'm just like, wow, that's really cool, because I wasn't trying necessarily. Because sometimes it's like you feel almost like performative. Like you have to be inspiring all the time and you have to be like on. But sometimes you're just like, say something off the cuff and that's something that resonates with someone and that feels so authentic. And you're just like, no, like that is truly how I feel. And that is like truly a perspective of mine. And you don't even like realize how it could impact someone. And I wish more people knew that. And I think people would live more authentically if they knew. It doesn't have to be this like big, I'm putting my, my stretch marks on social media to have a moment. Sometimes it's just like something you say.
And I think that nowadays, I think the word like living authentically has almost become like a bit, right? It's like almost getting to that point of like body positivity, where it's like a hot button, like live authentically. And so people are like trying to live authentically without like actually living authentically. And I think that is the other thing, where it's like just you know what? Sometimes you're not inspiring, and that's inspiring because it's like people see you and you're aspirational and inspirational, and it's like people want that, right? You know, even watching like you and Haley, we went out to lunch, and for those of you guys who don't know, Haley is Lauren's wife, who we love and adore, and I've seen you married before and loved that too, and but I just love this, Lauren. I just feel like there's just something that just unlocked in you that I'm like, I remember watching you guys when you guys were sitting down having a cig, looking so fabulous, while we were waiting for our table, and being like, they're just like two women who are just living so truthfully and authentically and themselves, and they're so unique individually and so beautiful together. And it was just really nice to see. I was like, I admire that. I admire that individually, but I also admire that as a relationship. And so it's like those little pockets and those little moments that are inspiring. You know, it's like that feeling of like, oh God, I love seeing that. I love seeing love like that. um so yeah, I think that that's how it shows up for all of us. You know, of course we all have our own platforms and things that we do and whatever, but it's that moment, instead of being like, well, I'm living authentically, you know, while you're on Instagram. It's like, how much
Mm.
can you put a camera on and then be like, I'm authentic, right? It's the moments that people
I
don't see.
love when people film themselves in the car crying. I just love that. I'm like, girl.
It's my favorite.
Dude.
Listen, I literally
It's
always
one of my
make fun of people
faves.
crying, and yet the other day, like when I watched the Hulu thing, I literally started crying, and I was like, fierce. I was like, I'm literally crying, filming myself. Okay.
I just like, here's my question is, when you're are you like stopping really quick? Like, do you stop the
Yeah.
tear like midway and
Yeah,
then you kind
unless
of
you're
set
talking
everything
about
up?
something and then they come.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of that people are, I'm like, how are we setting the camera up? Because
Or
when
in the
I'm
bathroom.
crying, like I can't,
On a
it's not
tripod.
on a tripod in the bathroom.
Let's all set the tripods up, go in our bathrooms. I mean, Drake
Right.
sung about
Your
it.
house is just like fully surveilled.
It's giving Big
Love
Brother in
Island.
your own
We're just like-
house.
Yeah.
It's Love Island. Do you watch Love
are you
Island?
watching?
No, yes, absolutely. Although
What?
I'm not loving this season as much.
No,
I'm a
I'm not
UK
either,
watcher. I'm a big UK Love
Okay,
Island watcher.
I have never seen UK. What season should I start with when I'm
5.
inevitably sad?
Oh my God.
Okay, 5. Okay,
Five.
great.
But
Five.
here's the
I
thing.
need you to
the-
stop watching everything right now. And watch
everything you
season
need to
5.
stop watching everything and watch season
Okay.
5 of UK. There is a standout
I'm writing it
couple.
down.
There's a standout couple from season 5 that, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say they're still together and they
I
have
think
the
you need to
most
watch season
beautiful-
5.
I think you need to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
season 5 because there's a certain SI
I
alum.
think it's a must.
Yeah.
I've seen when Maura catches him like talking about her in a really like locker room shitty way and like
Oh
flips out
yeah,
on
that's
him.
one of my
I've seen that
favorite
clip.
crash outs. That's one of the
Yeah.
most iconic. And she's like, and Martin and I always say this. We go, oh, because that's what she does to him when he's trying to explain. She's like, you're trying to, oh, and it's like it's one of the best crash outs and like moments in TV reality history where she just calls him out in front of all of the guys, and it is so embarrassing for him. And you're just like, it's everything you've ever wanted a woman to do
Okay.
to a man who is
I'm gonna
doing
watch
all
it.
that bullshit locker room
Yeah.
talk. Yeah, like Maura did not. She stood for none of it, and it was it's wonderful.
And that's
For
how
her.
she is what she is. She's authentic.
She is
truly
authentically herself.
Authentically herself. Just hearts.
Mhm.
I do want to pivot back a little bit into just like fashion and actually being authentic. Well, but I want to know your thoughts on this, because I'm always curious, as someone who's been in the fashion industry, who's been various sizes. What are your thoughts on everything going on right now? Like the decline of size inclusivity, of the plus size fashion world. And do you think it's a GLP-1 thing that's like, is that hand in hand? Do you think it's just the pendulum has swung because of who's in power? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I guess what I've kind of been saying is that when we look back in like 20 years at the graph of inclusion over time, it'll look like the stock market where it
Mhm.
always goes up. It never goes down, but along the way there are highs and lows. So the chart really looks like this for the S&P, right?
Right.
And like we might be in a low here, instead of a high, but we're higher than we were here because like we're having the conversation being like, whoa, what the fuck happened? We wouldn't have been having that conversation 10 years ago. Like there would have been no platform for us to be having it. And so thank God for social media. Thank God for the times that inclusion has been really high and we can use as a reference. But yeah, it sucks. Everything is totally on a downswing, as you said, like, or a pendulum swing. I feel like it is more so to do with the general reddening of America rather than just the medication. I think like it's unfortunately like the most perfect storm, and it absolutely sucks that these things are happening in tandem because it's just like a 1-2 punch that is having very drastic and very dire effects on body diversity. And you know, when we talk about body diversity, we're also talking about like clothing options, but medical care and the ability to be promoted at work and, you know, violence against women. Like there are so many things that are affected when we say body diversity that we don't often name, but deserve to be called out because we're not just talking about whether Lizzo lost weight and you can shop at Stod still or not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
That's such a good point that it trickles into so much outside of just clothing. Like it's like, and I think that that's why some people are like, just shop somewhere else or just lose weight. It's like, no, you don't understand. It is so multifaceted and it is something that impacts so much culturally. And it is really, I think what you said about it being like the stock market is so smart. Cause I always say, I'm older than both of you. I'm an old, I'm ancient, honestly, compared to the two of you.
Yes, very elder.
Boomer. But it's true. And I have seen a lot of back and forth when it comes to trends, you know, and like I grew up, my teens were in the 2000s, like the early 2000s, where it was all about, you know, the Paris Hiltons and the Nicole Richies. And that was like, I mean, I was like, what, 15, 16 at that time, like the perfect age to just be obsessed with your body and the way that you look. And so for me to see any kind of body inclusivity is like such a win. And I agree with you that it is like a net positive. And I do feel like the pendulum just always swings back the other way. We almost, and I don't know if this is every culture. I mean, you're Canadian. I don't know if this isn't just an American thing, but we just like love an extreme. We like love to be like so pro this. And then the second that it starts getting a little bit of traction, we're just like, nope, pull it, tear the whole thing down and let's go completely the other way.
It's
do you
more
feel
so
that?
American. No,
Okay,
that's an American thing.
Of course. We really do.
Another thing Canada does better.
And it's also like very like, there's like a 2-party everything here. There's a black and a white and there's no gray. And anyways, but I feel like, you know, as you say that, it does make me think that as everyone gets thinner, as representation gets wider, as politics get redder, as AI kind of takes over, what will become cool will not be that. There will be an inflection point at which what becomes cool will be to subvert that. The subculture that will be like the cool kids will be people who are totally refuting AI, who, you know, these kids with flip phones, who do everything lo-fi online, who say, fuck the system, because that's what always is cool.
Yeah.
Always.
And so I think that I have hope for the youth to hopefully refute the beauty standard that is inevitably coming with AI.
Yeah.
And I think that they will. I have faith that the cool kids are not going to think that AI and its aesthetics are cool. I think it's going to be a very lo-fi aesthetic that is cool, and all the things associated with that, right? Like being in a fat body will be cool because it'll be rebellious, you know, like having outsider
people
politics,
love to rebel.
You know, yes. Yeah.
Well, I think why handmade things are becoming such a huge thing now again. I don't know if you've noticed, but like
antique, vintage,
like as an artist, I do like watercolor and I like to do a lot of that kind of stuff. And I've noticed, because it's just so much of like what I follow and consume as like other artists, is that it is becoming so it's more in demand now. People are getting requests more for work. People are
Interesting.
their content is becoming more popular, and artists are like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I know exactly what's going on. The AI of it all, people are like, I'm sick of this. I want an actual piece of artwork that like I know a human being made. I want the imperfection of it.
Yeah.
I want how raw it looks and how raw it feels. Handmade like ceramics are becoming so popular again. And I think it just sort of is like what you said. It's like there's going to be that counterculture moment. And hopefully that's across the board. You know?
Yeah. And I mean, like, you made a really good point too about that being very American. And I think that as we like look globally, there are great signs of that. Like Lola Young and Kat Burns in the UK are like amazing artists who like kids think are the coolest. And they're so talented, and their art speaks to what youth are thinking and feeling. And so
totally,
Ray out of the UK too. So yeah, I don't know. We should broaden our horizons.
I completely agree. And I do think that the youth is going to save us. But really, I do think the youth is going to save us. Like, I get to see a bit of it in my stepdaughter, who is 15, going to be 16 in a couple months. And, like, even with her and her friends, like, they're very, you know, like, she doesn't shop at Target. Like, she's boycott Target. She's like she's very got her finger on the pulse. She's very like that rebellious type, but she's not outwardly rebellious. Like, she's a sports girl, a school girl, but I think that's just that generation. And I'm hopeful that kind of can combat that AI world. I want to know if every creative director and CEO was listening right now, what's one change that you would ask them to make?
Oh my God.
I know it's a loaded question.
Okay, starting now. I got a Men in Black pen ready.
Amazing.
Here's my Men in Black
Thank you.
for these people.
Okay, wow. Incredible. Thank you.
It's illegal to do things the way other people do it. Do something different.
Yes.
Stop copying each other.
Don't you see it?
AI. Like,
everyone's doing the same thing.
I promise you it's more interesting, even if it is not the most impressive, polished, highly produced thing. It's like, oh
or like
my God,
won't go viral in that way.
Yeah. Don't y'all realize that that's not what young people want? And I say young people because all they're always doing is trying to get the new generation of customers to like fold into their loyalty, right? So like, God, the things that resonate are, I promise you, not what anyone else is doing.
Right. No one else. The youth is always going to want something different. It doesn't matter if
really,
you're
like,
Gen
blows
Z,
my
Gen
mind.
Alpha.
Across everything.
Even they just want something different. They want to be different than us. The Gen Z wants to be different than the millennials. The movies.
They're making the same movie. They're like, here's Toy Story 17, and we're like, here's the remake of Milo and Otis. We're like, can we let's just get a new movie. Storytelling.
And then like Obsession just became like one of the most profitable movies of all time because it was like a total indie made by some kid's directorial debut for $700,000, and it just
that'll be Haley next
at the box office.
Mark our words.
The thing that I think that the industry needs to look at is, I feel like the horror has never been looked at in like a favorable way when it comes to like the Academy. Like, they don't have like a horror, but horror is the only genre that's actually doing new, fresh.
I know it's super high grossing, but super not well respected.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, are we just going to ignore the fact that they are doing some like
living in a horror?
Yeah, probably. Honestly,
people are like, give me some. Give me
J-Lo
in a movie.
Yeah, but there is something
give
about
me J-Lo again.
Again, hit it again.
There's a big red button.
Run it back, Matthew McConaughey.
J-Lo.
Let's go. Yeah. But like, I just feel like it's like, we're living in a horror movie, but it is something. There's something about seeing someone going through something even more fucking off the wall insane, where you're just like, okay, maybe things aren't. They're not that bad.
No,
I don't have a massive monster from folklore chasing me slowly through the forest.
It's like gossip for the brain. Yeah. For the brain that doesn't talk. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what is different.
But also, like, if I was being like chased, I'm like, just take me. I'm
take me
all
willing.
set.
We love a
Well,
girl
then
that's
you have
not fighting.
kids.
She's
You have
not.
kids, so it's different. It's like I think I'm all set.
You're like, I've
I'm
seen
so
enough.
happy that like, yeah,
Just take
Yeah.
her.
this is why I can't watch horror sometimes, because I'm like yelling at the people to like do something different, and I'm like,
right.
girl,
You're like,
just give
go with
up, or
them.
like, why would you let them in the house?
Just give up.
Why won't you answer the door?
See, I'm
It's
always
so
looking
chic
for.
to give up.
It's so chic to give up, literally the title of this podcast.
So
I'm always
chic.
looking for a fight personally. So like I'm like down. I'm like, I dare you to chase me. Like, let's go.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean? Like I'm
gosh.
always kind of ready.
This
so...
is the leader of the faithful.
I
bitches.
know.
This is what I'm saying.
And I'm
It's
like,
so
what? I don't want to
real.
watch this, you guys. This is so scary.
Yeah, Hunter's like this.
This is
I don't
so
wanna
scary.
watch.
Well, Lauren, I'm going to tell you what is different. I'm going to tell you what is chic, what is fresh. And that's your collaboration with Joe Fresh. Girl, you better work. You better work. Pride collaboration. Thank you. Tell us about it. How did it come about? How is it going? Why is it special to you? My Canada girl, because Joe Fresh is it. She is that girl.
She really is. Like, listen, I've done so much in my career, and one of the times that people really like en masse were like, wow, is when I was doing Joe Fresh, because
Yeah.
Joe Fresh is sold in Loblaws in grocery stores across Canada, and it's something that people see very, very, very often. And so yeah, it's kind of one of those things where like, so same with reality TV, when you're on their screens all the time, they really resonate with it. So I've been working with Joe Fresh for years as a model for a campaign, and last year they reached out and it asked if I would design the 2026 Pride collaboration. My dear friend and mommy Brooklyn Heights had designed the year before, so I was so happy to follow in her footsteps. And so we started this a full year ago. I knew that athletics were in just because of heated rivalry and the way we talk about women's sports and the queer makeup of that audience. And so we went with that. Really, it's a child's first collection. So we started with the everyone's teammate and kind of went from there. But it's on sale now. We just had Toronto and New York Pride weekends, but other Pride weekends are coming up. So Montreal, Vancouver, Halifax.
And the stuff is good.
Oh,
like,
thanks. It's cute.
So fierce.
It's really cute.
It's
really,
inclusive.
really
it's just, it's so good. I mean, Joe Fresh has been around since forever. Oh my God. Major. Yeah, and then we donated $25,000 to PFLAG Canada with the collection, through the collection. So, if you wear it, you should feel impactful.
Wow.
Okay, philanthropic.
Well, I'm feeling very like I need to go do some more things in my life, honestly. I need to accomplish a couple more things by the end of the business day today. Lauren's like, we just like donated $1 million. It's fine. And also just like trailblazing,
I also just won the hottest woman on earth award. But anyways, oh my gosh. Well, Lauren Chan, there's never enough time with you. You are so lovely. You are
I know.
so
I'm like, is that it?
No,
I feel like we
were
could talk forever.
You guys, when we left on SI weekend, when we were like all walking away, we were both, we were like, what the
Lauren,
fuck, bro?
It's actually so sad because we all feel like, here's the thing. Yes, everyone, there's like definitely this sisterhood, and then there's like your like sisters, right? The people who you always find in a crowd. You're like, okay, I feel safe with them. I can like tag along, whatever. And it's just so fun. It's so fun to just like be in your presence and Haley's presence. And like, we had so much fun with like Alona and her sisters. And it was just like such a blast. And it's always so sad. It's just like one weekend.
We want to do like would you guys do like a vacay thing where we like could all go somewhere for the weekend?
Yes.
Trip? Wouldn't that be so fun? Because I feel like, do we really have to just wait till next SI week to like see each other? Because like, wouldn't that be so fun? If we all just like
did a
little...
But not Miami. I can't do Miami unless I'm like sanctioned to
We would love to do like a fall, like winter.
God, I would even love like a mountainscape. I don't know. Yeah. Would we ever do a mountainscape?
Like something cozy. You know what I mean?
Cozy?
I mean, are you down for like a cozy moment? I mean,
we love upstate. We just got back from upstate.
You guys look like you had a damn.
But also, I invited you two to my birthday yesterday.
I know.
You should have got it.
Honey, I know karaoke. You better believe I'm gonna be there. I said I'm gonna be singing Whitney Houston the whole time.
the whole
I don't
time.
doubt that you can. I do not doubt that you can.
You should
Dad,
doubt a little
but
bit.
Fierce,
You
you
can
should
doubt a little bit.
You should doubt.
Doubt a little bit.
For sure.
Well, we love you so much. Thank you for coming on, making time for us.
Love you too.
As you're
Talk to
literally
you
like
forever.
the busiest
I
woman
know.
on the planet at this point, but
Not
don't
too
forget
busy
us
for
little
you.
people. Don't
We
forget
love
us.
you
too
so
busy
much.
for you.
Thank you for
Never.
coming on.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Mikhail McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.